Well, folks, this is going to be an eventful one because despite winning the Premier League last season, getting into the Champions League this season, getting through our Champions League group, spending big money in the summer on superstar wonder kids, despite all of that, the board have just decided to take £500,000 a week out of our wage budget. We've got to sell 4 or 5 players to get back within that. And we're only mid-table in the Premier League too, so I thought we were nearing the end. There might be a significant January transfer window approaching, though. If you missed yesterday's stream, boys and girls, so this is the situation. Remember, I feel the need to remind everybody we are current Premier League champions. So that gives you some context on all of this. We did win the Premier League last year, but we're traditionally a mid-table Premier League team, and we've gone back to tradition this year because we're down in 8th place. We are only 4 points behind Chelsea, and the goal, I guess, has got to be get back into the Champions League again. We're not going to win the league. We're 10 points behind Manchester United. We're not even at the halfway point of the season. And that's not even the worst news of it all. The worst news of it all is what the board did to us yesterday towards the end of the stream. The positive, I guess, is they are now matching up these two 36-month periods. So for ages, we were showing a different number on each side of this, but now they do match up. So we're no longer failing FFP. However, it doesn't seem to have bothered the board, who, despite the fact we were within our budget and had some spensies left and we were within our wage budget, decided to take £500,000 a week out of the wage budget. So we've then shifted money around. All the transfer budget's gone into the wage budget. But even after all of that, we're still £400,000 a week over our wage budget as January approaches. And it is worrisome. We are in the Champions League this season, and we're doing okay in it. We got through our groups, finishing second to Paris Saint-Germain. I don't think the draw has happened yet. Oh, it has. We're playing Bayern Munich. Oh, lovely. Well, that's going to end, isn't it? I don't know how much money is still to come out of the Champions League for us, but I'm kind of resigned to the fact that we're going to have to sell players probably in January. I guess we need to start recouping some of this money now. And I'm looking at this wondering who we sell. We've got some very highly paid players here. Marcelo is attracting interest from Tottenham. I mean, if we could get 100 million for him, that clears the debt and hopefully allows them to put some more money into wage budget again. We could potentially solve the problem by selling just him. The only problem is, if we sell Marcelo, what do we do? It looks like we were trying to sell Roberto Manchin yesterday, which does make sense. Having him here is pointless. He's on 80 grand a week and we're just not going to use him. So I think the plan is sell him and throw that money into wage budget and see what happens. Let's play Leeds. Let's take our mind off of all that by playing Leeds, because our actual form on the pitch was starting to turn itself around last season. Someone's just said, how much did Manchin cost? He didn't actually cost us anything. He was a part of a part exchange deal that saw Goo going the other way. So he was a make weight in the Goo deal. Where's the Goo transfer from last year? Why are the buttons not working? This save file's getting so big now. Did we just do a straight swap? Okay, so we just did a straight swap of Goo for Manchin. I'd swap them back now if the option was there, to be honest. But at the time, we needed wide players. Less so now. We could probably use the central player a little bit more. Yeah, so that was a straight swap, Goo for Manchin. And now we'd like to sell him. In retrospect, 84 million on Big Boy was probably a bad idea. Because, I mean, Big Boy's great. But now we're going to have to sell someone who's arguably even more important. There's a lot of logic behind, if we're selling players this January, there is a lot of logic behind bringing Matthews back in January to fill a squad gap. Like if we sell Manchin and Marcelo, for example, I think we have to get Matthews back into the squad to replace them. I don't really want to sell him, though. He is 29. He was fantastic last season, not so much this season. At 29 years old and on 150 grand a week, If Tottenham offer big money, I think he goes. See, we're so light on central midfielders. We've got Nawal, Moraes, and Big Boy all injured, and is suspended. So we're having to play Devon Creel in midfield. I guess we have got Sona Demir, who should really be on the bench. We've got 9 subs. We should probably have Demir on the bench here, I think. Like I say, the ideal is just selling someone that we can replace with Harry Matthews in the squad. That's the plan. Mad, and I don't like the fact it's 2 nights, because I'd want to go to both, but I'm not staying down there, especially on a Sunday night. Heng West is the nearest overground station to Crystal Palace Indoor Stadium. Okay. Go to 1PW on October the 1st and said, have a quick Google, much better. I mean, it's obviously not better, is it? You're telling me that's better than New Japan Pro Wrestling? I mean, it's obviously not. I'm sure it's great. It's not New Japan, is it? Oh, showy forward. It's finally accomplished on the left wing. It's what we've been working towards for the last year. What's Saka's transfer value? High. I have no intention of selling him. Selling a player like that would be bonkers. He's 21. He's going to be an elite player if he's not already there. The 29-year-old is the one that we sell to solve the financial problems. We have to keep hold of the likes of Plamen and Saka and showy forward and these guys who we're going to be building the team around for years. Plus, Saka's our captain as well now at 21. He's going to be our Champions League winning captain. Yeah, it was just incredibly unlucky that the Derby takeover came so late. It's fine. It's cleared space for Newcastle to be the new weekly series for a little while. That's exactly the same goal as he scored before. He wants to stay, it seems. But the Newcastle one went down really well. So we'll do episode 2 of Newcastle this weekend. I mean, we did spend a lot of money on him very young as well. £70 million when he was, 18, 19? And at that point, he'd already played 2 full seasons for Monaco. Hold on. How did we not notice? Has anyone else noticed this before? He played 2 full seasons for Monaco. One of them in League 2. What the hell's gone on at Monaco? Monaco got relegated in 2035 and then came straight back up again. Monaco are just a mid-table team in France. They had where's this in the Tour save? What year? What year are we in with Tour? 2032, I think, with Tour. Oh, God, I hope this is coming in the Tour save. That's the stage we're at with Tour. And then just the absolute fall. And they're just a boring old mid-table team now. Well, so yeah, anyway, Saka came through the Monaco system while all that mess was going on and continued playing for them in Ligue 1. And then we spent big money on him. I wonder if I'd have been paying attention at the time, would I have spent 70 million for him if I'd have realised it was mid-table Monaco and not real Monaco? I funded the stadium. Yeah. I mean, that's a very good point. If we hadn't have given them 70 million for Saka, how much more financial problems would they be in? But yeah, we have ended up with one of the best defenders in the world. The question is, I guess, what a goal from showy forward. Hold the phone. The Saka loving will recommence in a moment, but what a finish from showy forward. I said he'll be our left winger. And here's an example of why. This was like Thierry Henry. Look at it. Oh, showy forward, you beautiful little man. Clubs dropped off dramatically from the beginning and now in League 2 or something. Well, we just saw Monaco got relegated in Ligue 1. I haven't really looked through the rest of the leagues. I mean, logic would dictate if Leamington are now a Big 4 club, there must be an established Premier League team that have at least dropped down to be a yo-yo team to make room for us. And Blackburn, the Big 4 are Man United, Everton, Blackburn and Leamington. It's a strange future. So I'm just waiting for them to send me an invoice, but I've sent the logo over and everything. Michael Gash is going to be sponsored by LOLLUJO this season. Oh, that's lovely from Plum. And we have ripped Burnley apart today. That looks much more like it, that Premier League table. We just need to deal with this Manchester United and Everton problem. Blackburn have fallen off a bit as well. Right, let's just check Showy Forward's media description. I don't think it's Showy Forward anymore. Oh, it is! It is still Showy Forward! Excellent! I love that. All these years later, what's that, 3 years later, 4 years later, the media are still describing him as a Showy Forward. Still the only player I've ever seen described that way in Football Manager. Oh, wow, £604. All right, we can get some wage budget back if we commit to the Europa League. I mean, it's a risk, because there's always the risk that we fail and get sacked. But I think in the circumstances, I need to drag some budget back. I never usually do that, but that does make the job a little bit easier. Let's offer Manchin out again. Now or gets a pass because obviously he was injured. Bailey's homegrown, so gets a pass. Fontaine is going to be homegrown. Vold is homegrown. Weaver. See, Weaver, he was our captain for a long time. But he's not actually homegrown at club. He barely plays. He's well down the pecking order now. We're only really keeping him around for nostalgia. I think we can probably get Connor Weaver out of the club, which is sad, but let's move Weaver on. He gets a pass. We're getting rid of Manchin. Killer. Do we need Killer as backup goalkeeper on 60 grand a week? And we could get money for him? Probably do, actually. Harrow's the obvious one that we keep looking at maybe getting rid of, but he's just so versatile. He's already played as many games this season as he did last season. I think we have to keep Harrow. Creel is now a midfielder, apparently. He just plays in midfield these days. And has been quite good at it. And then we bring Harry Matthews back. Let's see if we can get rid of those two first. Right, which one of those is better for us to take now? This is where I need someone with a calculator to work it out. What difference will £10 million make to our wage budget? Because we're just going to... In fact, it's... Oh, we're failing FFP again. Nice. So we get 80%. So 8 million converted into wage budget. Is that worth more or less than 27 grand a week? That's the maths I'm working on here. I don't think it makes much of a difference either way, does it? We're not going to be spending any of this money. We're just going to be putting the transfer money back into the wage budget. So the difference is 8 million. We'll just accept them both and see what happens. I think we just want rid of him. How long is his contract? He's got another 2 years on his contract. Right, offers for Weaver. As a long-standing club captain, I'm tempted to just accept everything and let him choose where he goes. But we need the money more than that. So Galatasaray is the best offer here because that's 14.75 with no shenanigans. So let's decline that one because it's got a wage jobby on it. And then everyone else can offer us 14.75 million. Everton. What the Who the hell is he? Hello. Hello, solution to all our financial problems. How are you doing? Well, what have we got here? Let's offer him out and see what happens. Guy's a striker. We spent £1.5 million on him, loaned him back. He scored a grand total of 2 goals. Now we're going to sell him for 25 million. I don't care about the wage contribution here. We're just accepting this deal. Oh no, that deal. 29 million. Gordon Bennett. Transfer list. Get him gone. Let's offer him out for a flat 29 and see if anyone wants to come in for that. Because obviously that would be preferred. We've got potentially £60 million worth of player leaving the club here, which is a big chunk off of that. gives us, what, 50 million of transfer budget that we can then pump over into the wage budget. Plus those salaries are coming off. We should be back within budget once these deals have gone through. I think we've got a squad spot for him. I'm thinking we send Israel back to Liverpool if we can. We can't. Can we? Oh, we can't recall Matthews either. Who arranged these deals? Oh, it looks like Matthews is staying at Portsmouth for the rest of the season. He can come back into the squad in the summer then. Right, Connor Weaver. Thank you, Connor. What a servant this player has been to the club. Signed for us on loan 8 years ago when we were just promoted to the Championship. Was an absolute superstar for 3 years. Helped us get promoted. Signed permanently when we hit the Premier League. Sometime around here became club captain. And unfortunately just couldn't keep up. We outgrew him. He did manage to get 6 England caps though and 1 goal for England. 5 of those caps and the goal have all come this season. So despite the fact he's fallen out of our team over the last couple of years, he's actually broken into the England team, which is lovely to see. And he deserves to go off and play first team football somewhere where he can hopefully maintain his position in the England squad, with this being a World Cup year, I want to say. Connor Weaver, what a legend. Manson, he was here for a little bit and wasn't very good. But we can now chuck that money straight into his... Oh my word, we don't need to chuck it all in. Okay, well, we'll just put the wage budget back where it was before the board got silly. We can probably stop the fire sale here just with Manchin and Weaver going. Who else were we trying to sell? Oh, Everton as well. He may as well go as well. We might actually have some spensies here, boys and girls. What a turnaround. Koenig may run down his contract. Oh, no, not another one of these. Ah, what is the point in making them homegrown? And as soon as you get there, they want to leave because you've not been... This is the problem. Unless they're absolute superstars, because you can't loan them out, you have to keep them at the club. I'm going to have to loan him now in the hope that it makes him happy so I can offer him a new contract so we can keep him long term. Right, here's the loan offers for Koenig. We will accept Hamburg because they're offering 100% of his wages. Then hopefully that'll make him happy. He wants to speak to Ulsan. Why? Literally, you've got the chance to go and play for Hamburg as a squad player for the rest of the season. You just want to be treated as a star player somewhere. I'm not sending you to Korea for 6 months. That's ridiculous. Right, Bailey can go then. But I want more money for him. He gets to go to Middlesbrough. Is that where we signed him from? I knew it was somewhere northern. Basically the same thing. Hearts, Middlesbrough, what's the difference? Right, Everton's off to AEK. No idea where they've got that money from. There we go, see? Everyone's happy now. We're nicely within all the budgets. Lovely, lovely. That becomes someone else's problem again. Champions League money will sort that. It's our first year in the Champions League this year, so that will be sorted by that. And now we've got some money to spend. What do we need? We're back here again, boys and girls. Let's spend some money. The manager just has to stick to their budgets. Well, boys and girls, these are my budgets. As you can see, I've stuck to them. So I bet the board are quite happy with my financial management. They're disappointed that we don't make the most of set pieces, but otherwise they're pleased with everything else. Oh, look, they've got an ongoing part of the 5-year plan, work within the wage budget. The only financial target I've got as the manager. And I've got one of these. So Kev knows what he's doing. Right, Rory Bailey's gone as well. We are absolutely trimming down this squad. 2 players now out on loan. So we've actually got a squad of 23 now, which I guess is a perfectly acceptable squad size. We've actually got down to a sensible size of squad. There he is. Victor Yahaya. Talk to me, Mr. Agent. 15 million. Okay. So what you mean is 5 million up front, and then we'll do installments for 10 million. Yeah? I reckon that's what you meant. I thought it was. I knew that's what he meant when he said 15 million. Right, well, there were a couple of decent signings. Shame neither of them are 18. It's always nice to bring some new wonder kids in. Oh, Manchester United at the top of the league as well. Oh, I see. I see. This is quite a big game then. We're just messing around doing transfers, doing a bit of wonder kid shopping as preparation for this match. Come on, Plaman, slot it through to Marcelo, who, by the way, we don't even have to think about selling Marcelo now, which is nice. I thought we were going to have to let him go when things were looking really desperate. But now we get to keep him. I don't know what this celebration is, but I'm going to do it again. This isn't the last time you'll see this. Oh, come on. We've just clicked this stream. The first half of yesterday's stream was a struggle. But this afternoon, we really have clicked as a team again. It's beautiful. It's getting that Champions League nonsense out of the way that's done it. Playing in those Champions League groups. Thank you for that. What a beautiful gift. Oh, Man United, I didn't get you anything. I feel bad now. But thank you. That's very nice of you. Beautiful. Camera's not on. One moment. We're trying to get this camera on. People say FM's unrealistic. Exactly. This looks a lot like Manchester United in real life. You put a couple of decent midfielders and a decent striker in that team, and all of a sudden they are Champions League level. The issue is they can't sign players because they're mental. I don't know how you model that in Football Manager. It's the same reason real life players never get caught coming out of nightclubs before the Champions League games in Football Manager. Real life players never come out as gay in Football Manager. There's certain stuff they can only do with new gens, because if they do it with real players, they'll get sued. So I'm not quite sure how you model it. Right, they want to loan Cristiano back. I actually don't think it's a bad idea. He's 19. I think we can loan him back. He's not going to become homegrown at club. This guy, our English wonder kid, wants a lot of money. He's not going to be in the team. That's the thing. He will not come into our team. He'll be around the squad. Oh, why is that so frustrating? Ah! Just let me click the buttons at the top. So as a central midfielder, he's better than Demir, but not as good as Creel. That's where he'll be in the pecking order. As an attacking midfielder, he's slightly better than Fontaine, not as good as Sherry forward. Right, do we want this guy? I mean, I guess just to have a homegrown in-nation player. He's an English wonder kid. We kind of have to. I don't think he's ever going to play for us. But we'll bring him in. He's got 5-star potential, to be fair. And we could sell him on at a profit even now. So I guess it's good business. I just don't see us using him very much. Watch him go on and become a star for us. Right, Cristiano is in, but of course going straight back out again. We've agreed to loan him back. Potentially Premier League standard. Excellent. That's all we could ever want from him. Nice little value range. He's exactly the same sort of player as Everton, who we've just sold, even if he ends up being rubbish when he comes back. So he'll be back with us. Does he stay until Christmas now? Yeah. So he won't be joining up with us for a year. When he actually arrives in a year as a 20-year-old, if he's rubbish, we'll just sell him for 40 million. We need nice, fast, direct, physical players, not little fancy tippy-tappy people. This is my guy. Plus, Jimmy's donated so much money over the years, it's only fair that he finally gets a player in our team. If we were playing a front two, Cabral would be great. But we just sold 3 players who do exactly what he does. We'd have kept Kadrich and Juarez if we wanted that kind of attacker, and we don't. We want fast strikers who can play out on the wings as inside forwards and cut inside and ruin people with pace. It's my 1000th game as manager of Leamington. How exciting. We're not going hunting for players. I think as far as I'm concerned, my business is concluded unless I want to unless something excellent is plopped on my lap. Hello, not 20-year-old Brazilian wonder kid left back. How are you today? He's not actually a wonder kid, but he is an attacking left back. 3.5 stars of current ability, 5-star potential. He's never appeared on a scout report for us. I don't think we need him to. Yes, please. We'll take 3 of these. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Hello, Edda. In you come. Beautiful. Absolutely from out of nowhere. He wasn't even mentioned at the start of the day as an option. He wasn't on that list of players we were potentially interested in. He has just absolutely come out of nowhere. Look at him. Look at those physicals. This is, if you could design a Kev left back, he would look like that. Right, let's go beat Blackburn. Oh, the number 3 shirt was available for our new left back as well. When was the last time? I mean, that's our last 2 transfers have come in and got sensible squad numbers. We've reached that point of the save where we've got so many ridiculous squad numbers that the new boys can come in and get sensible ones. So Edda is the new number 3. And Victor came in as a central midfielder and got the number 8 shirt. Wow. Now he has to end up good if he's going to be our number 3. Oh, he can only play 45 minutes today. It's all he needs. 3 minutes in, he's scored a wonder goal. What I think I probably need to do is get Saka training to play centre-back because he's only accomplished there at the moment. I don't think we're training him to play there. So... assuming I think at the moment that's my long-term plan. Saka at centre-back with Remy. Edda coming in at left-back. So we should probably get him training out there. Although he's so useful going forward. As he's just shown again there. I'll miss him in the attacks, but Edda might be even better at it. Who knows? Oh, look at that from Saka. He's just broken that guy in half. We still conceded the goal, but he still broke the guy in half. It was last year we were title rivals. This year, they're nothing. They don't need to battle with us to this extent. They're rubbish now. Watch them score, because I've said they're nothing and they're rubbish. Can we just hold on now with our 10 men? Oh, that was a risky pass that we only just got away with. There's 2 sloppy passes. What's going on here? Why are we getting all sloppy? I won't allow sloppiness. Oh, that's a pass. How does Showy Forward get the assist there? It was going to Marcelo, though. If their defender hadn't tackled, Marcelo takes a touch, which I guess you could argue Marcelo hits it and scores, and Showy Forward gets the assist there. Oh, that's poor from Kim. He's let that squirm under him. Oh, that was terrible from Chelsea. I mean, we're getting some gifts today. Thank you very much. As I said to Manchester United, Chelsea, I didn't get you anything. I mean, I guess we did just give them a goal. But this is rubbish. Brilliant work from Showy Forward. His 2nd assist of the match. Showy Forward's back. Someone's going to have to explain how assists work. Everything I thought I knew about them is apparently wrong. Oh, they nearly did it again. Chelsea are all over the place. When we actually play him in this role, he's brilliant. And there he is again. Probably get an assist for this one for chesting it down. Okay, Moraes actually gets the assist this time. Here is the man himself again. Showy Forward is having a wonderful game. I tell you what, that little word we had in his ear, talk about responding to some... this is inspired from the assistant manager telling me to have a chat with Showy. He's playing like a man possessed today. 10 out of 10 for Marcelo today. He's robbed that man of the match off of Showy Forward. Benefited from all his excellent work. But that is a comfortable win over Chelsea. Lovely, lovely, lovely.